What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, we are almost officially at the 1/3 remaining mark for Rebellion. You can see there's 33.4% left of the original 10 million that are in the store, and we have about 4 months remaining until the set is either sold out or burned out. And keep in mind, we did start in December of last year, so all of this is tracking according to plan. Now, the amount that we've sold, right, so that's currently out there and either circulating or open, is still less than a million, right? It's actually still less than 950,000. If I add this up, this is what, 931,000. But just to make the numbers easy, I wanted to share with you that if we had, for every like 1 million packs that are out there, right, open and circulating, or just, well, I should say really open, that equates to about 300 max level decks, right? Roughly. I think that might be it. When we're considering how many people are competitively playing, obviously the player base has waned quite a bit, and considering where things are at, I don't know that we have many more than like 300 players that are playing at the highest levels of the game. Now, this is not all the players, right? I do think that we have a good amount of players that are playing in Wild, and that is, we have the data to back that up. There's 3,000 accounts that are playing, but those accounts don't need Rebellion. They can stay competitive and just earn and do whatever that they want in Wild without having to worry about needing those cards. So the question becomes, all right, so let's say we're going to get to roughly a million, right? I mean, that'd be 70,000 more packs, which isn't insignificant, right? But at the end of the day, how many do we think are going to sell? And based on that amount, right, like, could we do another 1 million packs? Could we, or 500,000 or 1 million packs, right? Would that be the appropriate amount for where the player base currently is, to have, instead of 300 maxed copies or maxed decks, we'll call it, you'd have 600 maxed decks. And again, these are just rough amounts, but it shows you how rare or scarce, I should say, Rebellion currently is, and how scarce it could potentially be in the very near future once this is no longer in print. Now, the other thing to keep in mind, and I talk about this all the time, there's over 500,000 in the DAO, almost 600,000 in the DAO. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I hope the DAO will be responsible, but that is always something that is on my mind, and I think about that in terms of pricing in what the value of future cards would be. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is not a financial channel, but obviously we're trying to get these cards at the best value or dollar per entertainment value that we have, so these are the things that I think about. Now, the reason why I would love to see many more sales at the end is because for every for every 100,000 packs that we sell, that equates to about 200 million DEC getting locked up in the DAO, which is fantastic, right? It's 400 million DEC worth of demand, 200 million of that getting locked up in the DAO, and hopefully that doesn't come out unless we have a good reason for it, right? If there's a proposal like recently for promo cards or something like that. So, if you saw my previous video, you know that I'm thinking that we need to burn or lock up like 1 billion DEC at this point to help us get back to peg. So 1 million packs would essentially do that. Now, I don't think it's only going to be these packs. Obviously, there's a lot of other burn mechanisms that are coming in with the promo cards and with the unbinding feature that'll be available for the reward cards shortly. But in terms of just looking at how we can not just get back to peg, but also restart the flywheel, that's where my head is at, right? How many packs will we really need to be able to do that? Again, this is going to be a moving, evolving thing as we go along. We'll see once the unbinding is available how much we actually burn. We'll see how much the appetite is for burning the old, reward cards for DEC, as that's keeping the supply up. We'll see the promo cards in action if there's something that is something that people want. And we still have 4 months until the end of this. But that being said, looking a little bit further ahead to what the future of Modern format would look like once Chaos Legion rotates out and into Wild, that's the number I'm curious about. And that's the question I'm going to leave for you guys here. What is the number of players, competitive number of players, that you believe would be, wanting a max level set of Rebellion in order to participate in next year's Modern format, or whenever the next Modern format does come out? Again, I'm looking and I'm saying right now, 300 doesn't seem like a terrible idea, but I do think that there are more than 300 players. So I'm not trying to say there's only 300 players in Modern. So let me be very clear about that. I'm saying that there's probably about 300 players that want to have a max level deck. But in the longer run, right, how many players want to participate and have actually some decent cards in a future set, right, or in the future Modern format? I think that number could be higher. Is it 600? I don't know. I mean, that'd be fantastic, right? Because that would mean we would sell potentially another 1 million, and that would actually get us to Matt's goal of 1.5. I think he was like anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 or 3 million. Something like that was his conservative goal. So I'm curious to know. I'm going to leave it here with you guys. It's not about how many more packs we'll sell, right? Because I think I want to look at it from the reverse perspective, because we need to see what the demand would look like in order to determine the appropriate supply. So it's not about how many more packs will we sell, although, we can kind of gather that. It's how many players do you believe will want to participate in Modern format at the highest levels, given the current player base, in about, I don't know, we'll call it 8 to 12 months from now, when the new set eventually rolls out and Modern format rotates and we get Rebellion as the older set and Chaos Legion moves to Wild. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, I'm putting a number out there between 300 to 600, and I even think that might be a little optimistic, but hopefully we can look back at this video in a year and be like, oh my God, we blew those numbers out of the water. But that's where my head is at. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.